I'm Nicole Coleman, a Heyoka Empath. Now, I just like for those who are new to just let you know that a Heyoka Empath is someone who, at least the type that I am, I receive downloads and insights and messages on trends that are happening that most people can't see. It's just below the radar and it's hidden. But the results of what's happening and the domino effects I see before they happen. And so I'm going to be sharing on this channel insights I have about the trends, what they really mean, and especially relationship issues between guys and girls, why they're happening. At such a time when we've advanced technically so vast, why are we barbaric still with each other? So today I'm going to answer one thing. I got an email, and it has to do with guys saying, okay, you win. Now, that seems pretty harmless when a guy says that, but actually it's not. It's not that it's malicious, but I'll tell you what's going on. When this whole sports fitness era for us girls came about, and we started getting really heavy duty into the sports world and business. Every other girl on the block is an entrepreneur, etc., etc. What that does, being so career-oriented or like athletic, is that is a masculine energy. When it comes to having a masculine energy, it's very focused, it's very driven, it's very highly competitive, and it's responsible. It's sacrificial. This is why all us women, all us ladies, we all have balls when it comes to our career or our athletic endeavors. We have to, because it's a level playing field there. But the problem is that we don't take off our balls and leave it at the gym or at the boardroom or the courts. We take it home to our guy. Last we checked was a masculine energy. Two similar energies, they collide. So you're talking about 4 scrambled eggs now. Like, that's a lot of balls. And what happens even more deadly is that if we go home as a masculine energy and don't reconnect to our feminine energy, leave our balls and our masculine energy at work, we take it home to our guy and we come in like that, it will force the guys to be passive. And when a guy is forced to be passive, and they have to in order to keep the peace, right? Because opposites attract. And when they say opposites attract, they obviously don't mean guy-girl. It can be girl-girl, guy-guy. But I'll tell you what opposites there are. The opposite is the masculine energy and the feminine energy, because that's the only thing that builds romance. And remember what I'm about to say now. Romance is built by 2 opposing energies. So what happens when society and media says, oh, we want equality, us ladies, right across the board, we demand equality, yes, for our careers, but when you have equality right across the board and it trips into and spills over, more like floods, the romantic arena, where we already ruled, now we're being demoted to equality, not good. Oh, not good. Not good. And so now they're telling us girls to go and chase the guys to show them we're confident. Really? Like, who has the vagina here? We do. So what are we doing? Walking up to the guy, asking him out, asking, what's his number? Will he call? Won't he call? Bringing up all the self-esteem shit, like issues. Why? Why? When we have what they want. That's like us going vagina smudging in his face. Like, what does he have to actually do? He already knows we want him. So what that does to the guy is it puts him in a passive feminine energy, where now they're taking their sweet princess ass to choose when and if, looking at what we have to offer, and then we have to actually present things to offer. In other words, that tells our brains we're not enough just as we are. We now have to do shit. We have to have a game plan in order to win him over. I don't know about your sex ed class, but in mine, I don't remember never did the egg put on her running shoes and run after 50 billion sperm. Like the sperm run after the egg for a very, very good reason. Because otherwise, when you as a girl start to work and manipulate, this is why you're so jealous. This is why you're so territorial. You as a girl being territorial over a guy? And are you kidding me? When he should be territorial about the gem he's got in you? Oh yeah, you don't recognize that gem, so how could he possibly see it? That's why he's mistaking you for broken glass, just tossing you at his side once he's done with you. That's why. He can't see your value. He can't see that divine feminine spirit, that regal bearing, if you don't know it's there. If you're too busy being Sleeping Beauty and you're like dead to the fact that it's there. Only you're kissing so many toads and you're doing so much work to get a toad, not a prince, not an emperor, because you're not an empress. You're a handmaiden, giving him loads of hand jobs as if that's going to keep him. So, in this confusion of role playing, now that the media is making us girls think that in order to be confident, we have to walk up to a guy. I'll tell you who's confident. A girl who just looks at a guy and smiles and he walks over. That's called divine feminine energy. That is also, by the way, law of attraction, because law of attraction is pulling things in. It's magnetically pulling things in. That's also a feminine energy. When we lodge into our head and predominantly are a masculine energy, we're going to overdo, be overly responsible, overly help, overly focus on our guy. And although that's flattering to the guy at first, after when you're drained as fuck, you'll have nothing to offer him, right? Because that's the whole premise, what you can give to him. You're not up here what he's getting from you and has to elevate to keep keeping you. It's about what you're giving to him. And so when you're depleted, and believe me, it's going to happen, you'll feel used. And rightfully so, because you used yourself first. So in this role reversal, and it's not even role reversals, because they're saying, let's us girls chase the guys. But what ends up happening is we, the girls, end up doing more work in the relationship to keep him. And that just fucks up with our sense of value. Because although he may respect your mind because you landed this, did this, you're the title holder of this, and you have this much, does he cherish you? Do you feel cherished? Because if you felt cherished, you wouldn't be jealous. You wouldn't worry that he could look at another or want another, because you just know there's no shit like you around. You just know that your magic is unfucking touchable. You just know that just being around you enhances his whole entire immune system. You would just know all that. And so this deception, this disbelief of, well, it's simply ridiculous is what it is, but this misalignment of energies is not enhancing us girls. Because now that we're so much in our head, we can't get out of our head, we can't stop thinking in our head. And the problem being, the biggest problem that used to be our asset, we're made of primarily estrogen. Estrogen is a feeling hormone, which means we process and absorb feelings all day long. So if we decide and rationalize with our head and overrule our feeling that, okay, well, he's having an off day, he's just mistreating me because his mother was a bitch and his father was a dick and whatever, but never mind the fact that you're getting all this shit, and it's okay, he'll get over, and let me just hang in there, rational, hang in, not this feels gross, I want to vomit. Your body is going to not give you energy. Because you're depleting yourself, because you're not putting energy into yourself, you're putting energy into him to keep him, to do. That's what a masculine energy does. It's not to say that if you're a feminine energy, you do shit. But here's the misconception. As a feminine energy, you are the magical haven that his head comes into your bosom when he's fucked in life and is so depleted and so disconnected from himself that the nurturing that you actually provide is your energy. Is it clean? Is it uplifting? Are you a high vibe? Do you look into your man's eyes and reflect, knowing that he can do anything? Because that's what you see in him. Because that's what you know yourself to be. And when you reflect that into the eyes of the man you love, he feels that. No guy is going to know his strength more than when he looks into the eyes of the woman he loves. And she reflects it back to him. He will never get more inspiration than that. So what do you think is going to happen when you're withered away and you're depleted as fuck? He won't be able to get that energy from you, and he'll get it from someone else. So it's not about sexual moves. It's not about blowing him. It's about giving him something that is unlike anything else from this world. That's what a guy wants. He wants the magic. He wants a plug-in. That's why he has a plug. That's why he hopes when he goes inside that he feels this euphoric something. Especially after sex has happened and happened and happened. That feeling that just makes him feel at home. Makes him feel like he's nestled into a special star where he can rejuvenate and he can bring his big bad ass self to this world and make anything happen. Because I'll tell you, dude, once you're able to maneuver in the slippery slope of a girl's mind, it takes some practice. There's nothing that you can't accomplish on this planet. Are you kidding me? Because everything else just requires a plan and steps. Not so with your girl. You need to understand a girl's psyche. And don't worry, I'll be letting you know in all about that kind of stuff one step at a time. But I just want you guys and girls to think about it for a second. If you, dude, don't feel so pulled to your girl, even though she does so much, that could be the reason. If you, girl, feel tired as fuck, him not being able to be there for you in the strength and way that you need to be, he can't connect to you that way, you feel you have to do it on your own, why are you with him? Because if a man's going into your life, he should be elevating your life. This isn't some mercy mission. You don't just give and give and give. The person who has to give and give and give in a relationship will always have a struggle life. Always. Because you'll attract a taker. That's it for now. I'll leave you there to think. I know I threw a lot at you. Send me your questions. I'll answer more. Bye for now.